Imagine this. You stop replying instantly. You stop explaining yourself. You stop chasing their approval. And suddenly, the narcissist changes. The charm disappears. The patience vanishes. And the person who once acted obsessed with you now seems angry, cold, or desperate. Why? Because ignoring a narcissist does something they cannot tolerate. It takes away control. A narcissist feeds on attention, reactions, emotional energy, and validation. Whether the attention is positive or negative almost doesn't matter. What matters is that they can still affect you. The moment you emotionally detach, the narcissist feels something they deeply fear: powerlessness. At first, they may try subtle tactics. They'll send random messages, act unusually nice, pretend to miss you. They may suddenly become the person you always wanted them to be. This is not always love. Sometimes it's panic disguised as affection, because narcissists often see relationships as sources of supply. If you stop responding emotionally, they feel rejected, and rejection hits their ego like an attack. Then comes confusion. They start wondering, why aren't they reacting? Why are they pulling away? Am I losing control? And this uncertainty can trigger what psychologists call a narcissistic injury, a deep wound to their self-image. That's when their behavior may escalate. Some narcissists become angry, others become manipulative, some play the victim, and others launch smear campaigns to damage your reputation. You may hear things like, "They changed," "They're toxic," "They abandoned me." But what's really happening is this. Your silence is exposing the fact that they can no longer control your emotions, and that terrifies them. A healthy person respects distance. A narcissist often sees distance as a challenge. That's why ignoring them can sometimes make them chase harder. They may suddenly shower you with compliments, gifts, apologies, or emotional messages. This is often called hoovering, an attempt to pull you back into the cycle. But here's the important part. Ignoring a narcissist is not about revenge, it's not a game, and it's not about making them suffer. It's about protecting your peace. Because many people trapped in narcissistic relationships slowly lose themselves. They become addicted to approval, trapped in emotional highs and lows, constantly trying to fix problems they didn't create, and the moment they stop reacting, they begin seeing clearly. The narcissist no longer has easy access to their emotions. The manipulation becomes more obvious. The emotional fog starts lifting. That's why emotional detachment can feel so powerful, but it's also why it can feel dangerous. Some narcissists react badly when ignored, especially if they feel publicly rejected or exposed. They may become more aggressive, controlling, or emotionally cruel in an attempt to regain dominance. This is why boundaries matter more than silence alone. Sometimes the healthiest response is not dramatic confrontation, it's quiet distance, limited access, and refusing to feed toxic cycles. Now here's something many people misunderstand. Ignoring a narcissist does not magically change them. It may change their behavior temporarily. It may make them chase you harder, or it may make them discard you and look for new attention elsewhere. But true narcissistic patterns usually run much deeper than a simple lack of attention. And that's why your focus should never be, how do I make the narcissist react? The real question is, how do I stop losing myself trying to manage someone else's ego? Because healing starts the moment you stop revolving around their emotional chaos, and in many cases, that begins with silence, not weak silence, not fearful silence, but the kind of silence that says, I no longer need your validation to feel worthy. And for a narcissist,